Hello, welcome to your brand new ResponsiBid account. I'm KEMPTON, founder of ResponsiBid, and I used to own a service business just like you. I created this software specifically to address your bidding and follow-up needs. And I want to take this opportunity while we're waiting for the green button to show up down below to give you some quick tips and tricks that will make setting up your account as easy as possible. Now, the very first part, you're going to spend some time going up to the upper right-hand corner of your account and using the settings area while you get all of your settings set up for your particular company. You'll want to go to the administrator area where you'll put in your generic company information. Definitely set your company's time zone. This is really important if you're going to use follow-up. You can worry about hooking up the Google Calendar later. That won't be important just yet. We'll worry first about getting your bids to come out just right. The company profile is where you'll want to go next. This is where you can set up users. You can give users different account permissions, and the usernames for their login will become the email addresses where you can have notification emails go, as well as setting up the automated follow-up to send from. Set up your branding with a logo and an avatar, as well as any general disclaimers that you would want to go with every single bid. Also, if you want the proposal to offer the customer an option to let you know what dates and times are good for them, you can set that up in the proposal option area. The form builder is where you'll set up a bunch of defaults for your company. This is where you set up which information is required or requested at the time of a bid. You'll also be able to set up building size increments that work best for you and any associated minimums for that. You'll also set up the service areas and any associated city minimums and/or trip charges. You'll want to set up the lead sources that ResponsiBid is going to track for you to measure their effectiveness in relation to one another. Be sure to add any option a customer might need in order to tell you how they heard about your company. If you use Google Analytics, you can set that up in the form builder as well. Then you'll want to start setting up your services. Just go to the services page under settings. You can activate all the services you want to give bids for and deactivate the ones that you don't want. Keep in mind that some services allow you to bid in more than one way. If you want, you can activate multiple ways, or if you choose to only use one way, just activate that. Each bidding style has a simple flow to set up the bid. Step 1 is for customizing the nickname and value propositions you'd like to offer in the resulting proposal. You can customize your package names, and you can add as many rows and options as you need to describe what you will be doing at each pricing level. But the more concise you make it, the better. Step 2 is where you'll customize the questions that will be asked or not asked during the bidding process. You can use descriptors to help guide them through the process as simply as possible. Step 3 is where you'll set up the pricing based on those questions and how much you'll charge or discount based on the given answers. You can also set certain responses to be ignored from a pricing perspective, or to flag a bid in-person override so that you as the administrator can later charge on what you need to for specific factors. Step 4 is where you can set up any minimums, volume discounts, or disclaimers that would be useful for that particular service. You can then set up your follow-up builder under settings. This is how you will set the default statuses and your own custom statuses to make sure that the follow-up with each customer is as if they were your most important client. Statuses work like buckets that your clients will be fit into that match their phase of the buying cycle. As you manually change their status, or if they progress from one status to another, the follow-up from the previous status will stop and the follow-up from the new status will begin. Be sure to run yourself through a few tests just to make sure you like the way the automatic follow-up works as you move yourself through some statuses. Take some time to make the follow-up correspondence sound exactly the way that you would want to sound to your customer. We've put in a bunch of default text, but be sure to make it your own. Once you have all of your services set up, you can test and polish and tweak as much as you like by simply creating a test customer and running a bid through for all of your services. You can easily fiddle around with the numbers to make sure you like your pricing, minimums, and volume discounts before you ever take it live. If you'd like to connect to one of the customer management systems we already have set up for you, you can turn that on under Settings and Connections. If you'd like to connect a CRM that's not listed, feel free to contact us to see if we can help you with that. Once you're ready to start giving bids, you can head on over to the call screen where you have total control as a company administrator. You can now give new bids. You can search quickly for past customers. You'll only be required absolutely necessary information to give a bid. You can start a bid with the general information and then set it to be finished with an in-person visit. In the call screen, you can even give a bid to an anonymous person. From the call screen, you can even bid custom items that ResponsiBid doesn't have a specific module for. It works great on mobile devices or right from your desktop computer. Once you've given a few quotes in person or over the phone and you really like how it's working, you can install it on as many websites as you like so your customers can interact with it. You can install the Smart Form as a longer form that will take up the content area of a page. And premium customers can install a Lightbox version that takes up only the space of a button and will pop up a frame-by-frame experience for the web visitor. You can test these out on the left-hand sidebar of ResponsiBid to see how it would work once you install it on your website. It will simply install with the snippet of code found in the installation area. Now, if you ever need help, be sure to go to the Help menu to easily find all the documentation you would want to guide you through any process. Or just use the chat feature in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. We love to help. The dashboard area will have lots of information right in front of you that ResponsiBid collects along the way to keep you up to date on what's going on with your bids and your business. Well, the green button's ready down below and you're ready to enjoy your newfound freedom of having the finest bidding and follow-up software that's ever been created for our industry. Now remember, if you ever need to reference this video, just go to Settings and click on Help and type in Welcome Video so you can quickly and easily have this as a reference again. But you're ready to go. Enjoy yourself. Happy ResponsiBidding.